The pain woke me at 3:17. Sharp and deep like something broken inside. I lay perfectly still beside him, listening to his steady breath. The digital clock glowed red through the dark room. Our wedding photos still leaned against the dresser from 2 days before. Everyone said the first weeks would be bliss. Nobody told me it would feel like glass shards moving inside me. Not one person. I counted minutes until I could pretend to need water. Just to walk. Just to escape the bed. We met at a coffee shop. He laughed when I spilled espresso on my shirt. 6 months later, the ring sat heavy on my finger. My mother kept saying how perfect he was. His sister sent handmade invitations. We chose ivory instead of white because I hated pure white. The rehearsal dinner smelled like roasted chicken and nervous energy. My maid of honor squeezed my hand tight. She whispered, "You look like a dream." I believed her. That night we kissed under twinkle lights. No hesitation, no fear, just heat that felt right. People said wait before living together. We didn't listen. His apartment had mismatched furniture but felt like home. He knew how I took my coffee. I knew his nightmares came after midnight. The wedding day moved fast, hairpins pulling tight, white shoes pinching, my heart racing not from nerves but excitement. When I walked down the aisle, his eyes got wet. He said, "I look beautiful." I said, "You too." The priest smiled. We exchanged vows. Simple words that meant everything. That first night in the hotel suite, we opened champagne. Bubbles fizzed loud in the quiet room. He kissed my neck slow. I kissed back harder. We fell onto the bed, laughing. Everything felt exactly how it should, or so I thought. We started undressing. My hands shook a little. He noticed. Said, "It's okay, we have all night." I nodded. Then it began. The first real touch. Not like before. Not playful. Serious. He moved careful. Too careful. I told him I was ready. He hesitated. I pulled him closer. That's when it happened. A jolt, like hitting ice. I gasped, tried to hide it. He asked, "Are you all right?" I said yes, just nervous. He kissed my forehead, kept going. The pain grew, sharp spikes. I bit my lip until I tasted blood. After he finished, he held me, stroked my hair, said, "I love you." I didn't answer, couldn't. My body felt wrong, broken in a new way. Next morning, I walked stiff, like after gym too hard. He made pancakes, sang off key. I forced a smile, said I slept bad. He didn't ask more. That night, same thing, pain deeper. I lied again, told him I had stomach ache. He looked confused, said it's normal to feel sore. All the articles say that. I Googled it secretively, searched wedding night pain, pages of nothing helpful. Just stories of regret. One comment said run. I closed the laptop quick. He started staying up later, watching TV alone. When I joined him, he'd smile too wide, like he knew something I didn't. Or maybe I was imagining things. My best friend called, asked how honeymoon phase was. I said amazing. She sounded unsure, said you sound tense. I laughed it off, hung up feeling exposed. The pain didn't leave. It stayed like a guest who wouldn't go home. I took Tylenol at night, hid the bottle under the sink. He never saw. Or did he? One evening he touched my shoulder. His fingers lingered too long. I flinched. He pulled back, eyes narrowing. "You're still sore?" I nodded. He turned away, said maybe we should see a doctor. But his voice had edge, like he blamed me. Days blurred, pain constant. I wore loose clothes, avoided sitting long. At work I stood during meetings. Colleagues asked if I was okay. I said flu lingering. He came home with flowers once. Lilies, my favorite. I almost cried. Then he kissed me. I pulled away. He dropped the flowers. Stems snapped. That night I cried silent tears. Buried face in pillow. He heard, asked what's wrong. I said headache. He just nodded. Too easy. I found a medical forum late one night. Search terms, post-wedding pain weeks. A thread popped up. Title, "It's Not Normal." My stomach dropped. Stories identical to mine. Women describing same agony. Some said it lasted months, others warned. Screen light hurt my eyes. I read until dawn. The last post chilled me. "He won't understand. Run while you can." I bookmarked it, then deleted history. Next day he wanted to cuddle on couch, watch movie. I said I needed to clean. He watched me scrub floors, like I was performing. When I bent over, he winced. Or did I imagine it? My sister visited, hugged me tight, felt pain flare. I gasped. She stepped back. You okay? I waved it off. She studied me, said you look pale. I made tea, burned my hand. He started drinking more. Beer after beer. Smell filled the apartment. I hated beer before. Now it felt like a weapon. One night he slammed a bottle down, said we need to talk. My heart raced. He said maybe you're pregnant. Relief washed over me. Then shame. I took test next morning. Negative, hidden in trash. He never knew. Or did he see the unopened box? I tried to sleep apart, said I snore. He agreed too fast, like he expected it. For 2 nights I slept on couch. Pain lessened, hope sparked. Then he came out, sat beside me, hand on my thigh. I froze. He whispered, I miss you. His breath warm. I wanted to scream. Miss me? You did this. But words stuck. I turned away. He left silent. That week I scheduled doctor appointment. Used my lunch break. Told him I had dental checkup. He kissed my cheek. Lips cold. I felt dirty. In the clinic waiting room, I shook. Nurse called my name. I almost ran. Doctor asked questions. I stumbled. She said, we'll examine. Cold stirrups. Bright lights. Her face got serious. She said, this isn't typical. Not at all. I asked, what is it? She hesitated. Said, have you discussed this with your partner? I said, no. She nodded slow, like she knew secrets too. Prescribed medication and referral to specialist. I folded paper small, put in purse, felt like evidence. He texted that night. Want to order pizza? I said yes. Lied. Ate nothing. Watched clock tick. The specialist office was cold. White walls. Too bright. She used words I didn't know. Pelvic instability. Nerve damage. Caused by trauma. I asked trauma like what? She met my eyes. Like the first night. Prescription in hand, I walked home. Rain falling. Shoes soaked. He stood at window watching me approach. Knew I knew. That night he didn't touch me, just sat at kitchen table, silence thick. I placed the diagnosis paper in front of him. He didn't read it, stared at edge. Finally he spoke. You think this is my fault? Voice low, dangerous. I opened mouth. No sound. He laughed bitter. Said all those times you said it was fine. You lied. I shook head. Tears came. It wasn't like that. He stood. Towered over me. You made me feel like I was hurting you, but you never stopped me. Guilt crushed my ribs. I whispered I didn't know. He grabbed keys. Left door slammed. Engine roared. Tires screeched. Gone. I picked up diagnosis. Read words again. Requires complete abstinence for healing. 6 weeks minimum. Phone buzzed. Unknown number. Voicemail. This is the Women's Health Clinic calling. Your test results show. I deleted it. Couldn't handle more. Days passed. He didn't come back. Left dishes in sink. Coffee mug with lipstick stain. Not mine. My stomach twisted. Sleep came in shards. Pain worse without medication. I called in sick from work. Boss said, hope you're okay. I hung up, cried. Neighbors heard shouting that night. No, it was just TV volume. I kept lights dim, hid in shadows. One morning I found note on counter, scratched on napkin. I tried to fix it. Sorry. His handwriting smelled like beer. We met at park, cold bench. He looked older, gray hairs new. He said I researched, found forums, same stories. I asked, why didn't you tell me? He shrugged, said I thought it would go away. I told him about the 6 weeks. He nodded, said okay, but his eyes wandered. To kids playing, to dogs, anywhere but me. That night I took pills, slept fitful, dreamed of glass breaking, woke to empty bed. He slept on floor again. Or didn't sleep. Fear grew. What if it never healed? What if next time worse? I avoided mirrors. Saw bruises I couldn't explain. Friends stopped inviting us. Said we seemed distant. I agreed. Easier that way. Lies simpler than truth. He came home late one night, stumbled, fell against doorframe, I helped him up. Our hands touched. I flinched. He apologized, slurred. I said it's fine. Neither believed it. Pain lessened slightly, but trust didn't. Every touch felt like threat, even his breath on my neck. I slept with knife under pillow. Therapist said communication heals. I nodded. Lied. She didn't know about the nights, about the fear. We tried dinner, candlelight. Food tasteless. He reached for my hand. I pulled back. His face crumpled, like I'd slapped him. After he left, I sat in dark, counted ceiling cracks, thought of running, but where? With what money? We stayed married, on paper, in separate rooms. He moved to basement. I kept the upper floor. Pain faded after 8 weeks, like it never happened. But something else remained, a hollow where warmth used to be. He fixed the fence, painted it white. I watched from window. He didn't look up. Sometimes I hear him coughing downstairs. Late at night, I think of that hotel suite, sparkling wine, our promises. I found the diagnosis paper yesterday, yellowed, tossed it, but memory stays. We speak in grocery lists, milk, eggs, nothing more. It works. Sort of. I see couples holding hands. Remember how his palm felt sweaty that first day. Now I don't know if I ever loved him. Or just the idea. The scar inside doesn't ache anymore. But I feel it. Like a ghost limb. Always there. Reminding me. Some nights I sit by window. Watch cars pass. Wonder what happens to couples like us. The ones nobody talks about. They say marriage is sacred. Nobody mentions the wounds that don't bleed. The ones you carry alone. Forever.